India it's by now well known that it is one of the most exciting digital landscapes. A country that was until 8 or 10 years ago always dismissed as a data dark market, not ready, great voice market, not ready for data, and the leap to data was considered. Suddenly made that leap,
Right.
and has become probably the most robust data market at most affordable prices across regions and income groups anywhere in the world.
Right.
And that disruption has been led by our partners, Reliance, Jio. And I think that process has set forces in motion that are revolutionizing the entire distribution ecosystem. And I'm not just talking about the video distribution ecosystem.
Right.
Talking about whether it is fintech, whether it is delivery of public services, whether it is ID, biometric IDs, whether it is delivery of welfare to common population. So, there is a fundamental digital revolution taking place in India, which despite this being talked about all the time, is the fundamental nature of that is not always appreciated.
Right.
And we are trying to, at JioCinema, we are trying to harness and lead that development in the broader video space. I'm a creature of television. Television created me, and I played a big role, in navigating some of the most exciting television businesses in this part of the world. And I love television. But television's limitations have been exposed for a long time. And yet, people who build incredible and very successful businesses in TV have refused to see that,
right.
Those limitations. And we were able to see that opportunity very clearly, both challenge and the opportunity. And that is why when this digital data revolution started in India, we were very focused that we needed to do something about it. And that's where JioCinema has come in. You have a population of 1.4 billion people, a large number of those people, except for if you leave aside the top half of the population, the rest of them have completely bypassed television as an experience.
Right.
Most of these people have only looked at the first screen experience, and their first video experience has been on a handheld device, on a mobile phone of some sort or the other. And the appetite has always been there, but it has been limited by access to that content and affordability for that content. And when the data revolution happened, when data prices crashed and it became very available, you could watch a whole long form movie of 2.5 hours or so for less than $1.
Got it.
That has changed things. So our belief is that you can create an alternative to TV, and I'm not talking about a streaming service, and I'm not talking about a television channel or something. I'm talking about the whole idea of television as a bouquet. The big power of TV was that it brought things together. A whole range of diversity of content came together and made it affordable for people. And we think that the time is right now in India to create an alternative to television on one app, and that is what JioCinema is set to become. Look, you're looking at 1.4 billion people with the diversity, geographical, cultural, social, linguistic diversity of India. While Bollywood and Mumbai has done a great job of creating huge amounts of content, and some other centers like Chennai and Calcutta and all these places. But it is impossible to cater to the content aspirations of the entire population of the country. If your delivery and screens have gone so deep, the big challenge in India is that content is the biggest holdback.
Right.
We commission these $200,000 or $250,000 episode shows. Those shows, I frankly struggle to understand why are those shows even being made. Right. It's one thing for global platforms to make that content because they have a global monetization model. It perhaps makes sense for them. But if your primary market is a market like India, and you are creating content that by definition is limited to 2 or 3 or 5% of the people, why are you even doing that? On the other hand, you have an opportunity to go to 1.4 billion people. Today, there are 600 million video viewers on mobile. That number will go to 800, 850 next 3 to 4 years with the launch of 5G and cheaper smartphones. If you have that opportunity to go to each one of those consumers, and if they have demonstrated their appetite for content, you have to decentralize content.
Right.
So our model is very simple, that we have this super premium content called cricket in India, for which we are willing to pay top dollars. We have already, in less than a year, we have committed over $4 billion only for cricket. And we are paying a lot of money for drama, but it has to be content that's relevant to a large majority of Indians. I've always believed that if you unblock access, the consumers can surprise you. And that hypothesis played out extremely well during the IPL. We decided, our product was in its nascent stage, and yet we decided to offer it to the largest mass of people in India. And we had a total unique viewership base of 450 million over 8 weeks. And in terms of advertising, we've been able to, in less than a year, in the first season of IPL itself, we've been able to turn the whole construct on its head. Television used to be the primary monetization platform for live sports. And now that's completely changed. It's swung to the other extreme. So clearly we have the world's best content. My friend J.B. Perrett was here, and we have stitched a great partnership with Warner Media for the best of their content, which we are offering at a super premium tier. So we are looking at different consumer segments and creating a proposition for all of them. There is that 5% population in India which is very excited about high quality Hollywood content and the rest of the global content. They'll continue to get that across drama, movies, and sports, less so of sports, because I'm not really a big fan of paying billions of dollars to international sports.
Right.
And get 10 million people to watch them in India.
Right.
But there is a segment of consumers who are very excited about that content, and they are our customers. They're big data connects, and that's where this whole connected TV households coming. There is a connected TV revolution taking place in India. That the total base, according to us, is about 60 million connected TVs, and about 30-35 million people last year watched JioCinema in the very first season on connected TV.
On IPL.
On IPL.
Right.
And we believe that number will grow exponentially over the next 5 years.
Right.
So this is a segment which is very comfortable paying
for content.
For content.
Yeah.
And we'll create options for them. The joy of TV in India, from my point of view, is that you own the IP for the content that you create.
Right.
So the content that you create, once you paid for it to put it on your TV channels, linear TV channels, the content is with you, and you can do whatever you want to do it with in streaming and in different languages, etc. And that's what I like. So the way we see our TV business, that it will continue to be a very important source for providing IP and high quality content. We will innovate on that, and it will be one of the, for now, one of the important monetization platforms. But even if, regardless of what happens to monetization on TV, the value of the content that we create, because we own the IP, will be remarkable. You mentioned Bigg Boss, which is an adaptation of the Big Brother. We were blown away by what it did. But we did not take the Bigg Boss on TV and put it on digital. We completely opened up the script. We completely disrupted the grammar of production.
Right.
And that is how it went on to become the most watched non-live content in the history of India. But we have a lot of work to do in technology and understanding, how do we personalize and how do we identify the kind of content that people will want. And we need to decentralize the content funnel massively.
Got it.
We need to bring that in. And the third thing is that I've always believed that the media guys have done a lot of great work, but the monetization models have remained static. Advertising, primarily subscription, and then some advertising in most markets. I think there is a lot of learning from other sectors and other businesses, how to innovate in monetization. And we are very focused on disrupting the monetization model.
That note, Uday, thank you very much.